Hey, this is Derek Depker, founder of ExcuseProof.com and author of the best-selling book, Breakthrough Your BS. Have you ever held back on sharing a message or an opportunity or something that you can provide for people because you worried about other people's opinions? What if they criticize you? What if they call you an idiot or think you're stupid? I know for me, I've held back plenty of times on sharing my message or worried when I'm writing a book, what are people going to think about it? And we all have something that we can offer people, a recommendation for something to check out, or we have a business, or we have a message, or we have our story, and the fear of criticism or negative opinions creeps up and can hold us back from really playing full out and giving our gifts to the world. In this video, I'm going to give you a radically different way of looking at this situation to help you overcome this fear and break through any resistance to giving your gifts to the world. So imagine for a moment, we have two people. We have Mr. Green over here, and then we have Mr. Red. Now, Mr. Green is a hard worker. Mr. Green wants something more out of life, but Mr. Green is suffering because Mr. Green needs something, needs an insight, needs a lesson, maybe needs a product or a service to help him out. So this could be financially suffering. This could be suffering in his health. It could be suffering in his relationships. There's all kinds of things that could be causing Mr. Green to suffer, and maybe even his physical life might actually be at stake. It could be that bad. And then we have Mr. Red, who's not necessarily a bad person, but really is discontent in life, and there's not much you can do for him at this moment. It's just not happening for him, not taking personal responsibility, and it's just going to criticize anything that comes along. So you have these two people. Now, imagine you're just an observer of this situation. You're just step back looking at this, and maybe you're even like a magic genie, and you can grant one wish. So you have this power to grant one wish. Now, whose will do you want to be done? Do you want to see Mr. Green overcome his challenges and get the gift that he's been needing, get the thing that's going to save his life? Or do you want Mr. Red to basically just sit there and not have anything change and have nothing show up in his life, and basically things just keep going as they've been going? Well, if you have any sort of heart, I think you're going to look at this situation and be like, yeah, I totes want Mr. Green to get the hookup and get the gift that he's been looking for. Okay, now let's look at this even a little bit different from that. Let's say we have a gift here. This present will help Mr. Green, but it won't really do much of anything for Mr. Red. Okay, so obviously if it's just put on the table, you might go, well, yeah, that's great. Let's just let Mr. Green get it and Mr. Red can pass on it. But let's switch it up a little bit. Let's add a little bit of drama to it. Let's say the delivery truck pulls up outside of Mr. Green's house and drops off this present that Mr. Green has been dying to receive. And Mr. Red sees this, and Mr. Red is kind of an a-hole, okay? And he goes, no, I don't like that. I don't like that Mr. Green's getting this present. I'm going to take it. Mr. Red goes up to the door. You know, the gift is sitting outside Mr. Green's house, doesn't know it's there yet. So Mr. Red goes and he grabs the gift and runs off with it and steals it, robs it from Mr. Green. And Mr. Red doesn't even want the gift, he's just going to chuck it in the trash can, right? Now, how would you feel about that? How would you feel if that happened? Imagine you saw this. Imagine you knew who Mr. Green was, and you see the package dropped off, and then you see this a-hole come up and grab the package and run off with it and steal it, and you know that he's stealing this gift from someone. Would that piss you off? Would you maybe get a little bit of adrenaline going and want to chase down Mr. Red? Might you actually go chase down Mr. Red and take the gift back from him and say, hey, you can't rob that from Mr. Green, and you'd want to go back and give it to Mr. Green? Okay, just get those feelings going. How would you feel? Will that piss you off to think, how dare Mr. Red steal that gift from Mr. Green? Now, let's say you come into the picture. This is you with your gift. You have a choice in either giving your power and granting the wish of Mr. Green and giving your gift to them, or Mr. Red. And here's what happens. If I give my power to the person who wants my help, that means I'm going to put my gift out on the table. I'm going to say, this is what I have to share and offer. And I'm doing it because, yeah, I know there's someone who might not care for it, but Mr. Green needs it. I'm doing it for Mr. Green to give my gift to him. But here's what happens. If you let fear hold you back, if you worry about what Mr. Red's going to say, then you don't offer your gift. You say, I'd rather let Mr. Red win, so to speak. I'd rather have their will be done. Why would anyone want that? Why do you want to give your power to the people who are just angry or upset, or just maybe they just don't want what you have to offer? Why are you going to worry more about them than the people who do need what you have to offer? And if you really think about it, if you give your power to Mr. Red, and it doesn't matter if there's a lot of these people out there who are angry or just don't like what you have to offer, it doesn't matter how many of them there are out there, because what happens when you give your power to them by holding back through fear, it's not just that you rob yourself. It's not just that you don't get the level of success that you want in life. It's not just that, if I don't share my message, maybe I'm not going to make as much money or be as successful and have all the things I want. What you're really saying is, I'm letting them make the decision to rob the gift from the people who really need it. See, you're the one who's actually robbing the gift. You're the one who's seeing the gift being taken from the person who need it, and instead of chasing them down and grabbing that gift and saying, hey, no, that's for Mr. Green, you're just going, oh yeah, that's cool. You can rob that. I know that you're stealing that gift from them. I'm just going to sit here and let you do that. Only it's even worse because it was your choice. See, on some level, you actually robbed Mr. Green of the gift. How does that feel? See, when I look at it like this, if I can take my ego out of the situation and just step back as an observer and go, who do I want to help? Do I want to try to make these people happy? Or do I want to make the people who are actually open to receiving a gift that I have to offer happy? Because at the end of the day, I'm just going to have to put it on the table and let the people who want it get it, and the people who don't want it, so be it. I'm only holding back if I'm worried about their opinion of me, but if I don't even bring myself into this situation, it doesn't matter. So what if they think I'm an idiot? It's not about me. It's about helping Mr. Green. It's about helping Mrs. Green. It's about helping all the people who need your gifts. So who are you going to give your power to? Are you going to give your power to the people who need you to help them move forward? Or are you going to give your power to people who are trying to hold you and everyone else back? It's your choice. This is Derek Depker. If you want more tips and insights on how to break through your BS, you can check out the book Break Through Your BS at breakthroughyyourbs.com and check out ExcuseProof.com. Love to hear your comments. Please share. Take care.